I was driving like hell. I'd had a fight with my parents again and was now angry with them. My family was well off. I got everything I wanted, except their attention. My parents never spent any time with me. I was 17, and they still hadn't taught me anything. Instead, they had bought me a driving license and an expensive car. I hit the gas, turned a corner, and accidentally splashed mud on some girl. I almost drove past her, but something made me slow down. Was it my imagination, or... I backed up, stopped. I was right after all. That girl looked just like me. Need a ride? She looked at me and froze with her mouth open. Then she got into the car. We were both shocked. My parents had never hidden that I was adopted. What if she was my twin sister? What's her name? Rihanna. I don't get it. How do we look exactly alike? I told her about my guesses. We went to the orphanage my parents had adopted me from, made inquiries, and questioned the staff. Rihanna turned out to be my sister. We drove around the city late into the night, chatting and getting to know each other. My family is poor. I do gymnastics and sing, but it's all just a hobby. And I actually want to become an economist. Studying at a good college is expensive. We don't have that kind of money. Rihanna and I exchanged numbers and kept in touch. No one knew about it. Not even my parents. Hi, I'm Diana. One day, I was watching the performances of various stars on TV. I was terribly jealous of them and wanted to take their place, but I had no talents. Quit moping. You have everything one could dream of. By the way, meet Steven, my boyfriend. Sometimes it feels like he doesn't get me at all. You know perfectly well that I dream of being on stage. I tried to take singing lessons, but the teacher said I was tone deaf. So, just find another hobby. Ugh, he was so infuriating. I asked him to leave and sat down in front of the TV again. All of a sudden, I got an idea and even jumped out of my seat with excitement. I called Rihanna and said we should meet in the city. I have a cool offer for you. You said you wanted to study at a prestigious college but didn't have enough money, right? Well, yes. And I want to become a star, but I don't have any talents. You, on the other hand, can sing and do gymnastics. We look exactly alike. Let's make a deal. You will perform on stage under my name, and I will be the one to become popular. I'll pay you well for it, and you'll save up money for college. Do you think it will work? I don't doubt it. I'll take care of everything. She hesitated a little, but eventually agreed. It was time to act. I asked my parents for money and hired a composer to write a couple of cool songs for us. Mom and Dad didn't care what I was doing, so they asked me no questions. Rihanna and I came up with a song and dance performance. Thanks to her experience with gymnastics, dancing came easy to her. Every night we rehearsed in secret. Soon, Steven started to notice that I was always busy. What's going on? What have you been up to? He was very persistent, and I had to tell him the truth. I've decided to become a singer, and I've been rehearsing. What? But you can't sing! I take expensive singing and dancing lessons, and for your information, I'm doing great. Of course, I didn't tell him about my twin. It needed to stay our secret. But one day, Rihanna almost gave us away. She came to the rehearsal with some boy. I barely managed to hide in time. She left him in the hall and came up to me. Who's that little guy? My mother's nephew came to stay with us. Are you crazy? Why did you bring him here? What if he tells someone? Sorry, he just tagged along. Damn it. Okay, here's some money. Give it to him and tell him to eat some ice cream while we're rehearsing and not bother us. Luckily, the kid didn't see me. However, Steven noticed him. After the rehearsal, he met me by the entrance. Who's that kid you came here with? Why? Have you been following me? Steven looked at me hurt. Actually, I'm your boyfriend, and I just want to spend time with you. I didn't want us to fight, so I got in the car and drove home. Soon we finished preparing the song and dance. A prestigious young talent contest was about to take place in our city. I immediately applied for it. I was sure we could win, but still felt nervous. What if something went wrong? The evening before the contest, Steven came over. I knew that he wanted to support me, but for some reason his concern irritated me. I turned on the TV to get my mind off things. They were showing entertainment news. Clones' appearances have become more frequent. People who look like stars impersonate them and profit from their fame. Think about it. What if you became famous and someone imitated you too? I'm not in the mood for your stupid jokes. We argued over nonsense again and Steven left. In the morning, I was talking to a sound engineer before the performance when Steven suddenly came up to me, looking surprised. It was weird. I thought he wouldn't show up after our fight the day before. What are you doing here? I just saw you head towards the dressing room. Damn it, he'd probably seen Rihanna. I was already worried, and his stupid questions made me lose it. I told you I can't afford to get distracted. Why did you come here? Steven gave me a weird look. You know, your mood swings are quite scary. You were the one who asked me to come. What an idiot. We hadn't even called each other after our fight. I ignored him and hid backstage. Rihanna did great, even better than during rehearsals, and after all the participants have performed, the host announced the results. The winner is Diana Cole. I jumped on the spot and screamed with joy. Hell yeah, it worked. I came to the awards ceremony instead of Rihanna. We'd made identical costumes, so no one suspected anything. I enjoyed our success all evening, but I wasn't going to stop there and applied for several more contests. One day, I got a call from one of the judges. I've seen your performances and noticed that you are very flexible. Yes, I do gymnastics. Wonderful. I recommend including some sort of stunt in your performance. It will increase your chances of winning. The idea was really cool. A stunt would make me stand out among the singers. When I told Rihanna about it, she got an idea. We decided she would do a stunt with an aerial hoop at the end of the performance. And it worked. I won all the contests. Everything was going great, but at some point I noticed that Rihanna was acting weird. She was talking to me less and wouldn't look me in the eye. I decided to get to the bottom of it and talk to her at one of the rehearsals. What's up with you? You've been kind of gloomy. It's my parents. They have money problems and I have to give them all my savings. She was obviously hiding something. Well, whatever. I was a celebrity basking in the rays of glory. Why would Rihanna's problems matter? I also started to see Steven less and less. One day we were sitting in a cafe and he brought up his favorite topic. You're acting really weird. Perhaps you should rest more? I don't have time to rest. An important event is coming up soon, remember? Speaking of which, it might be hard to believe it, but I got an offer to open for a popular artist. It was a huge step forward. Everything had to go without a hitch. I ordered new costumes and Rihanna practiced the stunt with the hoop. Before the show began, a man suddenly came up to me. Wait, that was a famous producer. I liked your performances. If you surprise me again today, we could sign a contract. Pinch me. Was I dreaming? Wow. While Rihanna was going on stage, I ran to the dressing room. There was a flash drive with videos of our new routines in the bag there. We were thinking of adding new stunts to the performance, and I decided to show them to the producer. He would definitely like it. At that moment, Steven walked into the dressing room. Damn it, I thought he decided to watch the performance with the rest of the audience. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? And who are you anyway? Are you pretending to be Diana to cash in on her name? You should watch less TV. The expression on his face scared me. Steven moved threateningly towards me. I tried to run away, but he caught up to me and tied me up. I was furious. I tried to explain everything, but he wouldn't listen to me. After watching the news, he was sure that I was an imposter who was planning something against Diana. What were you going to do? Pretend to be her and give an interview? Or sell a compromising photo of yourself? Rihanna soon came back to the dressing room finally. Wow. You really look like twins. We are twins, you idiot. I've been saying that for the last 10 minutes. I had no choice but to tell him the truth about everything. Steven was stunned. As soon as he untied me, we heard footsteps in the corridor. Rihanna managed to hide right before the producer walked in. I like the performance and I'm ready to sign a contract with you. I showed him the videos from the flash drive. The producer liked them and suggested I come up with the whole show program. I'm going to a party now. Would you like to join me? A lot of stars are going to be there. Of course I wanted to come. I immediately agreed. I still had some time left to change my clothes and drop by a beauty salon. After that, I drove to the VIP club. The party was mind-blowing. The producer hadn't lied, and a lot of celebrities were there. I got so carried away that I forgot about Rihanna and Steven, but not for long. After the event, I was asked to give an interview. I felt like a real star. Tell us, where did you go during this party? The question stumped me. I didn't go anywhere. The journalist showed me a photo of me hugging a guy. The picture was taken in the city an hour ago. It wasn't me in the photo, but Rihanna. And the guy was Steven. I suddenly realized why they had been acting so weird. Rihanna's guilty looks, Steven's constant complaints about my mood swings. That whole time, my sister had been pretending to be me to date him. I barely pulled myself together. Okay, you got me. I ran off to meet a fan of mine. I even changed my clothes so no one would recognize me. They believed me. After the event, I called Rihanna and demanded we meet. Steven came along. How could you do that to me? You lied to date my boyfriend? What kind of sister are you? We're done. Got it? No college for you. Rihanna looked guilty and stayed silent. But to my surprise, Steven stood up for her. Diana, chill out. You got a swollen head and even looked down on me lately. You're nothing without Rihanna. Without her, no one would know about you at all. Are you protecting her? She lied to you. Diana, Steven, I'm sorry. I fell in love at first sight and couldn't help myself. I don't care if you're sorry. I don't need you anymore. I can handle everything myself. It's not that hard. Rihanna suddenly got angry. Great. I can't wait to see you try. She turned around and left. Steven followed her. I got into the car and angrily hit the steering wheel. I would show them who the real star was. I met with the producer's team the next day. I tried to sing, but I was terrible at it. I couldn't do the stunts either. What's wrong with you today? I'm sorry, I'm just not feeling well. They believed me and gave me a couple of days off. However, when I couldn't sing after that, they started to suspect something. I started acting like a real celebrity. I gave interviews, went to photo shoots and parties. I had an active social life, but no longer performed. Because of that, people started to lose interest in me. I used to be hounded by journalists, but now only a few of them were following me around. I was quickly losing popularity. The producer could see it too. If the situation does not change soon, I will terminate our contract. I came home in a terrible mood that day. It didn't seem like things could get any worse, but then I got a text from an unknown number. I know you're a fake. Rihanna does everything for you. If you don't pay me, I'll tell everyone about it. What nonsense was that? Had someone decided to blackmail me? I immediately thought of Rihanna. Could she have told someone? I got angry but decided to avoid trouble and pay them. I hoped that would be the end of it, but no such luck. The blackmailer did not leave me alone and started demanding more and more money. I was very nervous, to the point where even my parents noticed it. Has something happened? When did you learn to sing and dance? Why have you been asking for so much money lately? I'm alright, I needed the money for expensive singing and dancing classes. At first I lied, and then I started avoiding them altogether. One day the blackmailer demanded a large sum of money again. I couldn't stand it and finally went to Rihanna. Quit sending me stupid threats. I don't know who you told about us, but I won't stand for it anymore. Wait, are you getting threats too? Yes, someone is threatening to give away our secret if I don't pay them. I'm being blackmailed too. They've been trying to make me go back and work for you again. They said that if I don't do it, they will ruin my reputation and I won't be accepted into a decent college. She showed me their message history and I believed her. We tried figuring out who could be blackmailing us. Could it be Steven? He was the only one who knew I had a twin sister. Are you still talking to each other? No, he was angry with me for deceiving him after all. Well, there you have it. He has a grudge against both of us. We went to his house and cornered him. Are you crazy? Think about it. Why would I do this? My family is rich and I don't need your money. Why would I try to make Rihanna perform again anyway? He had a point, but if it wasn't him, then who could it be? Let's set a trap and find out for sure. When the blackmailer texted me again, I said that my parents had blocked my credit card. Then that jerk texted me when and where I was supposed to leave the cash. Come alone. If you tell anyone about it, everyone will find out about your dirty secret. In the evening, I came to the park and left the money in a trash can. Then Rihanna, Steven, and I hid in the bushes and waited. After a while, a boy came up to the trash can. Wait, it was Mom's nephew? We looked at each other in surprise. He was too young to be a blackmailer. The boy took the money and started walking away. We followed him unnoticed. Soon he came to Rihanna's home. My sister quietly opened the door and we hid in the hallway. The voices of our foster parents could be heard from the living room. Well done. Take this and buy some ice cream for yourself. Soon we'll take all of Diana's money and pay off our debts. Damn it. So they were the ones blackmailing us. Rihanna walked into the living room first and we followed her. How could you do this? How did you even find out about everything? Her parents looked terrified and started to deny everything, but we'd caught them red-handed, so they had to confess. One day, my nephew came to a rehearsal with you. He accidentally saw Diana and told us about her. We followed you and found out about your performances. Then they started showing you on TV. You gave us your earnings, and for a while that was enough. But then you had a fight, and you left. We decided to blackmail Diana. What else could we do? But why make me go back? Did you want me to bring you money again? They didn't say anything. It seems Rihanna had hit the nail on the head. After that conversation, I told Mom and Dad about everything and asked them for help. They used their connections and got Rihanna's parents to back off after threatening them with jail for extortion. They got scared and promised to keep their mouths shut. Rihanna and I reconciled and asked each other for forgiveness. She got accepted into college and I'm paying for her tuition. In exchange, my sister teaches me to sing and do stunts. I'm gradually getting better at it. For now, she's performing in my stead. The producer has changed his mind about terminating the contract, and we are preparing a cool show program. You'll see, it's going to be amazing. Steven forgave Rihanna and they started dating. I'm not holding a grudge. I realized that I hadn't felt anything for him in a long time. And he's a good guy who deserves to be happy. My sister and I have grown very close. We realize that having our adoptive parents is different from having each other. What talents do you have? Tell us in the comments down below.
The Foundation's activities are hidden from the people's eyes, but each of you can face the terrible anomalies and immerse yourself in the atmosphere of a powerful organization. The most dangerous objects leave the Secret Archives pages and come to life in the SCP Chronicles' unpredictable storyline. And for the most desperate individuals who venture to dig into the secret protocols, we always have a portion of Amnestics.